Today is November 25th, 2025. My name is Virginia Garrison, and I'm conducting an oral history interview with George Watson.
My name is George Watson, Georgewatson.
Great. You have any other Georges in your family?
My dad, he's passed away.
Oh, are you a junior?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, excuse me. No, not really. My father's name was Alexander George Watson, but he never liked Alexander, so he always used George.
Is there an Alexander, like
Yes.
one of your kids is an
Yeah,
Alexander?
yeah, my son's boy. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And where were you born?
Staten Island, 7544.
And your parents' name, we already know Alexander George is your dad, right?
Right, and Alice Watson.
Oh, like your sister.
Mm-hmm.
What was her maiden name?
May, M-A-Y-E.
Okay. You want to tell me a little bit about your family heritage and where your parents came from?
All right, we got Irish, English, Scottish, Swedish. My parents both came from Staten Island. Have we ever visited Ireland? Not Scotland. What else did I say?
Sweden.
Sweden, no. And what was the Irish, English, and England? Yes, of course. The three. Three out of the four.
Visit.
Yeah.
Okay. But they grew up in Staten Island
Yes.
as well. Okay.
Yeah.
And what did they do, or what did your father do?
My mother had kids.
How many?
Nine altogether.
Whoa.
3 were born on the same day, but no twins.
Wow.
Yeah, my father was a fireman, amongst other things. And having 9 kids, he had to have more than one job. They ran a dry cleaning store. He worked various plumbing, odds and ends. He did everything.
So you had 8 siblings then?
Yes.
Where are you in the lineup for siblings?
The number one son.
The number one son. Do you have older sisters?
One older sister. She has since passed away.
Okay. And what are the names of your siblings?
All right, there was Bernadette, George, me, Kathy, Robert, Joe, Paul, Tommy, and Audrey.
Wow. So Alice
Is
Audrey?
Alice? No,
Sorry.
Bernadette, George, Alice,
Alice.
Alice, Tommy, Paul. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting Kathy. I hope she's not looking at this thing. Our sister Kathy. She was third in line. Kathy was third in line.
Yeah, I think you said Kathy.
Did I? Okay.
So. All right. Yeah. And your mother, father, their relationship, it sounds like they were very busy, basically.
All the time.
Yeah. Okay. And so you grew up in Staten Island, and you went to school there?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have a nickname when you were a kid?
Bonehead.
No, really?
No. Yeah, that was a kind of a family nickname.
Why did you stand out?
Oh no, just joking, half serious.
Was your family like that, like kind of?
Oh yeah. We used to have once a week we'd sit down and do the family council, see who was looking for attention or.
Serious?
Yeah. We made fun of one another.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's. Oh, I see. I get where that came from then. Okay. And then, so how did you or your family end up with a connection to Montauk?
When I was very young, I remember going into the bathroom one morning, and there was a fish in the bathtub that was, and of course, where did it come from? My father had gone out to Montauk Point and fishing, and he caught the fish. Subsequently, we started camping at the hills.
A lot of people. That's how they got their start. Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. I remember being a little kid we had an army surplus tent, trying to hold the thing up in the wind, put it up,
Yeah,
it was, yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun, especially when you have that many kids in your family.
Yeah.
And
Oh
stuff.
yeah. No, it was. I had a very happy childhood.
That's great.
One time we were, if you don't mind, we were we had gone shopping up to East Hampton, and we had 2 cars, and a police car pulls up, and we had left my brother Joe in East Hampton.
By accident?
Yes. No, it was completely by accident,
Wow.
They thought it was in the other car,
Oh, right.
whatever.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And so what kind of stuff did you do when you were staying in Montauk for fun?
Juvenile delinquency.
Of course.
No, it was great.
Fishing and...
We back then, the only time the police were in town was on Sunday to direct traffic coming out of the church. So we had the run of the town back then.
And so what did you do with that?
Oh God, I don't want to go into detail. No, it was great. I mean, just mischief that kids did and got into back then.
And did you get to know a lot of people in Montauk before?
Well, we were dock people, and we stayed down here. And of course, the Gosmans, McLaughlins.
What do you mean by dock people? So you were at Hither Hills originally.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
You go.
My father never had any money, but he talked, my grandfather was a fisherman, and he talked him into coming out here and buying a piece of property on East Lake Drive, a half acre. I think
Westlake, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, Westlake, yes.
Yeah.
Westlake Drive. I think they paid $1,500 for the piece of property.
That's where Chris lives now, right?
Yes.
Right next to Tipperary,
right?
On Westlake Drive by the docks.
Yeah.
So that's how you became like a dock family?
Right, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they built Freddie Hausnick was down the street building the motel. I can't remember right on the other side of the intersection.
No,
Annie Bryars.
It is Annie Bryars.
Was
okay.
it Annie Bryars? Right on the other side.
Right next to the liquor store there?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
And Freddie Hausnick was doing the building, and my father and our grandfather, they had never built a house, and they would go down and they would do the exact measurements that they copied Freddie's building down there, the exact same thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So that's good, like for fishing and stuff too.
Oh,
down
yeah,
there. So you
yeah.
get to know like the Gosman family and the Dock family.
Oh,
like
sure,
that.
the Behans. We worked on the Viking, the boats.
The kids did?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I got violently ill. I never got over being seasick. I would go out. We went out to Cox's Ledge, and boat would leave at 3:00 in the morning. I'd be vomiting about 3:30, and I wouldn't stop until I came back. People kept telling me, "You're gonna get over it. I never got over being seasick.
And
every
that was
day.
Your job? And
Yeah,
you had
every day.
It's horrible. Did you like fishing or not?
Yeah. But like I said, it was more of a job than enjoyment.
Okay, so let's see. So around when did your father buy or build the house?
I think it was 1957.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And did the family never moved there full time?
No,
right?
no. It was
Okay.
just a vacation spot.
And you were still in Staten Island
Yes.
then?
Yeah.
And you went to high school in Staten Island?
Yes.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Fordham
Okay.
in Manhattan, in Lower Manhattan.
Did you serve in the military?
Yes.
Would you?
The Marine Corps.
Oh boy. Okay. Was that during a war?
Yes.
Was that oh.
Yeah. I went to Vietnam, 13 months.
Oy. How old were you then?
I was old. I was 21.
Anything you want to say about that experience?
I'm glad I'm still here. It was, well, you can imagine. It was, I'm very lucky.
All right, when you get back, then what did you do? Back to Staten Island?
I went on the, I had taken the test for the police department. Well, first of all, my father was a fireman, so the kids took all the tests, police, sanitation, post office, just to get get in line. And I wanted to go on the fire department, but I didn't get to take the fire department test until I was still in the military. And what happened was, the way it works, if you go on a city job, cops or firemen, right after you get out of the military, they'll give you a retroactive time to the day that they called you, which was like really a big thing. So when I went on the cops, the day I went on the cops, I picked up 2.5 years seniority. And then subsequently, after spending a little over a year on the cops, I swung over to the fire department. So I had over 3.5 years seniority.
So like the time that you were in the military sort of counts as seniority experience in the, okay.
Yeah, and it's very important, because I was able to take you have to be on the fire department a minimum of 3 years to take the lieutenant's test. And the lieutenant's test only comes along once every 4 years. So you could literally be on the job for seven years before you got to take the test. And I was on the job only a little over a year when I took the test. And I passed the test, to the dismay of a lot of guys that I worked with, because, I was a new guy. Right. And here I am on going to be a lieutenant anyway.
So you passed that. Did you start? Did you?
No,
take that job?
I left prior to being promoted. I was number 437 on the list. They made 1,100 guys off the list for lieutenant, but I left before I got promoted.
And you left to do what?
Come out here for the
to buy the dog.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so Bob Fitzgerald owned it then, right? He was like a professional basketball player.
Right, he played for the Knicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was a bar.
Yeah, yes.
It was kind of like a dive bar kind of bar?
Yeah, pretty much a dive. I don't want to get in trouble here, but yeah, it was a dive bar. And I'll tell you a humorous story if you want to hear it. I always, now, no other place in Montauk interested me enough where I would have left that fire department,
Right, because you were in a good situation.
Yeah. I had a great thing going. But I always loved the bar. And the last time I was in the bar, the way that it worked was all the restaurants closed at 10 o'clock. But Bob was still open after 10 o'clock, so you could still go in and get a hamburger or mussels. And the last time Terry and I went in there, we walked in, and there were just a couple of guys. One guy was passed out at the bar. And so I said, can we get a hamburger? And he goes, well, I don't know. And he goes over to the guy that's sleeping, and he's going, Bob, are you still cooking? And Bob gets up, and he's, son of a bitch, and he's cursing, and he walks into the kitchen, and that was fine by me. We were down at the end of the bar, so Bob went into the kitchen at my back, and the next thing I know, I heard the door squeak open, and I looked to my side, and I saw a double-barrel shotgun, and it was this is the God's honest truth, and he's still cursing, and he walks behind the bar with the shotgun. And he leans the shotgun up against the cash register, and he starts to walk away. And the shotgun falls down, and it's pointing right at Terry and I. So I said, we're out of here. We left. And that was the last time I was in the bar until Bob's wife came along. I had expressed an interest to John Behan, Joan's brother, that I loved the bar, and I was interested in buying it. So she came to the house one morning.
Joan Behan was married to Bob Fitzgerald.
Yes, yeah. And she said, "You're still into?" She came one Saturday or Sunday morning. I can't remember. It was a Saturday or Sunday. And she said, "You still interested in buying the bar?" And I said, "Yes, I am." So she said, "You better get down there, because John Gosman was supposed to be there at 8, and now he's coming back at 10. So you better get down there." This was like at 9 in the morning. So I throw some water on my face, and I run down, and Bob's we're drinking shots of blackberry brandy and beers. And
At 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock in the morning, yeah. And he's going, look, I spoke to John Gosman first, so, he's got first shot at the place. Shortly after the phone rings, and Bob goes back, and he's on the phone, and he goes, oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Well, you can go fuck yourself. And he slams the phone down because John thought he had Bob over a barrel. The place was kind of, run down, and so he was telling Bob that he couldn't make it until 12 o'clock. That's when he told him to go fuck off. And then he turned around, and we shook hands, and we agreed on a price. And shortly after that, John came along. I wasn't there at this point, but he offered him, I think it was $3,000 more than what we had shaken hands on. And Bob told him no. Bob was a man of his word. That's how I wound up getting the place.
Because that would have been valuable for the Gosmans. It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what he was going to do with it? What his plans were?
He just wanted it, adjoining the adjoining piece of property.
What year was this?
That was wait a minute, 73.
Oh, okay. So then did you move? It was called Fitzgerald's at the time, right?
Yeah. And actually, I had no money. Absolutely. I had no money at all. My father put the property that we had on Westlake up for mortgage, and that's how I got the down payment for the place. Yeah. And like I said, I asked Bob, having no money, I asked him if I could use his name because everybody knew it as Fitzgerald. It had been there for a dozen years, And Bob was tickled that I, wanted to use his name.
Right.
And he said, sure. And then I got a call from, shortly after that, I got a call from Joan Fitzgerald telling me that if I wanted to use her name, I'd have to pay, I forget what it was, a couple of $1,000.
Yeah.
So I said, no, thanks, I'll make my own sign.
What made you want to buy it in the first place?
I always loved it. I just loved it.
For the people, for the atmosphere?
No, just the place itself. It was just a down-home place, I thought.
And you were with Terry already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she always tells her friends, here I was marrying a guy that was going to be a lieutenant in the fire department, and now he's dragging me out and making me 10 bar out in Montauk.
That's fine. And did Terry 10 bar?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let me think. Okay, so we took that. So that was 73.
73, yeah.
And then you moved out full time?
Yeah.
Did you go into the house that's on Westlake? Is that where you were living?
No, we rented a place off the old highway.
Okay.
Yeah, and we lived there for, I guess, a couple of years.
Did you have kids yet or no?
No. Yeah.
And then what did you do with the bar? Like, did you change stuff right away, or did you wait, or?
The first thing I did was I got rid of the pool table, which I always hated. It made too much noise and it created fights. And I got rid of the jukebox, so I didn't have to listen to the same song 36 times a day. And we put a stereo system in. We were one of the first people to have,
I remember that, and I remember really liking the music.
Yeah.
So
we had, yeah.
I wanted to ask you about that too. Are you into music?
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah.
What types?
Blues, basically, but I'll do jazz, pop, depends.
And the stereo system, to me at least, it sounded really good.
Oh, yeah.
Like it just.
Yeah, it was, I was always a stereo. I always had top of the line stereo equipment, so I just brought my equipment out. And,
who made the decisions about the playlist? Did you, or?
Yeah, well, I had, albums to begin with.
Right.
And then, people would recommend stuff or, bring albums in.
You try them.
Sure, yeah.
Makes sense. And then what kind? So what about the decor and stuff like that? Was that always like all
Yeah,
the kind of
one
quirky things?
one of the it was a cinder block building. It was kind of raw looking.
Okay.
And one of the first things I did, the double doors out front, I cut the doors out and put two big windows in the two front doors. So you had a beautiful view. You could look out and you'd see the Coast Guard station, and the boats. That was, and then we put wood board and batten siding on the outside. It just softened things up. And,
Had that building always been a bar, or was it something before?
no, Bob built it.
He did build it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And like you said, it was like in the 40s or something.
Oh no.
When
It was there for 12 years. Bob had it for 12
Oh, I'm
years.
sorry. So 73. So that was the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had all the local guys down
Yeah.
there building and drinking.
Oh, like
Oh yeah.
barter kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, big time. When you went in there, there were like about 5 half-gallons of booze on the bar. It was a real down-home place.
And who were they? Like fishermen? Who were the clientele?
Oh, of course, yeah, yeah. It was mainly fishermen.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of fishermen are also like carpenters. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then what happened? How did you? So with the decor, the interior decor, I guess I should say. How did that kind of come about with like the taxidermy and
That was just add-ons.
Okay.
Most of the stuff, the taxidermy came from irate wives. Like, get that shit out of here. And then, it worked out good for me.
Yeah. And then did you pick stuff up as you went along, like signs?
Oh yeah, sure.
like
Yeah,
just
it was just a collection of,
weirdnesses,
yeah. It was funny because a number of years back, maybe 10 years ago, my wife, Terry, she comes in and she goes, you got too much shit in here. You got to thin the herd out. You got to get rid of some of this stuff. And I guess I'm a semi-hoarder or whatever. I hate to throw something out that's still usable. So I reluctantly agreed to have some of the stuff removed, but if it would be put down in the dump, that people could adopt it. People.
Put it on the free table?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So she and my son came down and took about 15 pieces of taxidermy and took it down and left it on the table. And within 45 minutes, two different people, Jeff, the Bay Constable,
Havlick.
Jeff Havlick, yeah, he was one of the people, pulled up and going, George, I got some great stuff for you.
It's the same stuff you just got rid of. You didn't take it back.
No, I couldn't.
Terry
I couldn't.
would've killed
Yeah,
you, right?
yeah.
Oh boy. And what about like the boxing? Because you used to have all those events, right? Like the boxing matches, the rowing races and stuff. How did they come about?
Well, I was a runner, and I used to participate in local running back in Staten Island. So I just, thought I'd bring it out here, And I guess we started out with the running race, and then it expanded to the bicycle race, rowing race, sailing race,
Well, and what about the boxing match? Was it that? That was a repeat thing, right? It wasn't
No,
just
that was a
one-off.
one-shot deal. Yeah, that was in 1977, and that was really great because in the bar business, you run into a lot of tough guys, or so-called tough guys, and the nice thing about that day was all the tough guys got beat up. And other guys that you were never expected to do well did well.
Why do you think that was?
Anybody can walk over and knock somebody off a bar stool, just cold cock somebody, right? And then subsequently they get a reputation as being a tough guy, But when you got to stand there and go face to face with somebody and put your hands up, it's an entirely different thing.
Well,
you
the
know.
surprise factor's gone too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Huh. I saw a picture of that. It looked hilarious, like with the boxing ring set up right by the top.
Oh, you've never seen the book? You have to come down.
Okay.
I'll show you the book. My brother is a photographer. He's a fashion photographer. He did. You'll see. He did a great book.
Well, it looks hysterical, like they're right there, like by the fishing
Yeah,
dock,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
So he did a whole book about.
yeah,
Wow. Um,
yeah. Make sure you come down.
I'd like to. Yeah.
At that point, I swore off. I realized that I couldn't fight people anymore, and I made a vow to myself that I would not fight
This is
people.
after the second fight, the one where you used your left hand.
No.
Oh,
This was
after the one where you broke
yeah.
your right hand.
I still had a cast on my hand,
Okay.
and now I got a 10 ball with one hand. So I realized I can't do this any longer.
Right. Right.
So I swore off fighting, and then my sister Alice called up on my night off one time, and she said, "You got to come down here. I got 3 guys at the bar. We're packed. One guy pissed on the floor, and they're refusing to leave." So I hate to admit this, but I come down there, and I was begging the guys, "Please, you got to leave. You got to leave." And the guy just kept saying, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." And after about the 12th fuck you, I just started punching him with my left hand. And once again, after that thing cleared up, I swore I would never do that again. And that was the end of my fighting career.
Did you know boxing? Is that why?
Yeah, well, when I was a
boxed?
kid, my father used to take us all in the cellar and the neighborhood kids on Staten Island, and we had boxing gloves, and we would box one another down there. And I'm going to continue. I've always been a boxing fan, and a number of years ago, Jerry Cooney was out here, and I had won a lot of money when Jerry Cooney fought what was it, Kenny Norton? No, he fought Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes. It was a championship fight.
Okay.
And all the people, the rednecks out here, were betting on Jerry Cooney, and so I was taking all the Larry Holmes bets, and I have to admit that Jerry Cooney did quite well, better, much better than I thought he would. He stunned Larry Holmes at one point during the fight, but he subsequently lost the fight. So now here I am. We're out drinking. Jimmy Hewitt and a whole mess of us. We were over at the Port Royal, and I look into their dining room, and lo and behold, who's sitting back there but Jerry Cooney with a number of his goons. And so now, believe me, I know enough not to bother people, especially celebrities. But I was so impressed seeing, he had just been on national TV, and I really respected and admired the fight he had put up. So I walked back to him, and I just wanted to say, I said, "Hey, champ," I said, "I just wanted to congratulate you." I said, I thought you really did a good job the other night." And he just sits there, and he looks at me, and he wouldn't shake my hand. So I immediately turned around, and I went back out to the bar, and they had the maitre d' station out there, and people were starting to come in for dinner. And so I was at the maitre d' station, and I said, "Hi, folks, how you doing? Would you like to sit at a window table, or would you rather go back and sit next to the guy that lost to Larry Holmes?" And I did that a number of times. And he sent a couple of his goons up, and they tried to shut me up. But that didn't work. I turned up the volume, and finally Jerry Cooney comes up, and he says to me, "A little man with a big cigar. How would you like me to put that cigar out in your face?" And I said, I'd like that because I'll sue you. and then after that, Jimmy Hewitt had a baptism party, a confirmation of baptism. I guess baptism party for his daughter. I can't remember her name. Anyway. Jane? Jane, okay. Yeah. And he was having a party for all the locals. It was dress up thing. I had a suit and tie on. And I walk into Rushmeyer's, and who's standing there but Jerry Cooney. And he always considered himself a ladies' man, and he had a number of girls with him, you know. So I said to Terry, I'll be right back. I ran home, and I got the headgear and the 16-ounce gloves. I'm wearing a suit and tie. I wanted to make a spectacle of myself, which I did. And I walked in, and I said, all right, let's find out who the baddest motherfucker is here right now. And everyone started laughing except Jerry Cooney. He said, you know, every time I see you, you're an asshole. You're an ass. He's screaming in my face. Then my last time I saw him, we were up at the Scenery Greenery, up at the
Manor?
The golf club.
Okay.
The golf club. And no, it was the Manor. I'm sorry. Yeah, and he was up there in the bar, and I was going to the bathroom. And I walked by and I said, hey, Jerry, do you know what goes in a rum and coke? And he charged me. I really thought he was going to punch me. He didn't punch me, but that was the last time we met up.
You're really baiting him.
Well, he couldn't take a joke, you know, and subsequently, I can't remember exactly when it was, either prior to Cooney or it was post-Cooney. We had run a running race up in East Hampton, and we came back to Montauk, and we were drinking all the way. And it was in November, I think it was, and we were over at the yacht club. There was no one in the place, just us. And we're laughing and making noise and stuff. And the bartender's going, hey, you got to hold it down. They're doing Dick Cavett's doing an interview with Muhammad Ali inside. And what are you kidding me? And so we were sitting there and having more drinks. And the next thing you know, the door opens, and who comes walking out? Muhammad Ali, my hero, you know. And I yelled at him. I said, hey, champ. And he turns and he looks and he comes running right over. And he goes, did you say champ or did you say chump? I said, I called you champ. He goes, you're not as dumb as you look. And we went back and forth like that for 10 minutes.
So he was much friendlier.
Oh, yeah. He was there for the confrontation, you know. It was great, just the way you hoped he would be,
yeah,
you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
What a difference, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny. So, talk about the tough guys at the bar and stuff like that. How do you handle? I mean, you got that, and then you have the sort of annoying people with the screaming kid. But the tough guys, sort of.
Yeah, well.
Keep them in control.
Originally, I never having run a bar or worked in a bar before, I didn't know how to handle things. You just go along and learn, you know, on the job experience. And I made some mistakes, and thank God there's no more fights. Fights, as you remember, or it used to be a regular occurrence in bars. You know,
yeah.
I mean, that just doesn't exist any longer because people will have, if you hit me, I'm going to have you arrested and I'm going to sue you. You know, that never existed back then. A fight was a fight, and they broke it up, and one guy was bleeding, and you know that, and they let it go at that. Do you remember Billy McCabe?
The name sounds familiar, but I'm not drawing a picture in my head.
He one night we had a fight in there with Ernie Labassi.
I remember him.
Ernie the Knife.
He's the guy who died like in the post office? Is he the guy who lived down off like Soundview, kind of?
He did live down at Soundview, but I don't remember him dying in the post office.
I could be wrong.
I can't remember how he died, but he's subsequently passed away. He got in a fight with Bruce Hawthorne, and I was friends with both guys. And being inexperienced, I broke the fight up, and I said, "All right, you go down that end of the bar, and you go down that end of the bar." I should have thrown both of them out, and I didn't. So of course it was like they're sitting down at the end of the bar, giving one another the finger. Next thing you know, they're out in the parking lot, and Ernie takes out a knife and runs it right across Bruce's face.
Is that why they called him Ernie the Knife?
Yeah, he stabbed Jimmy Mulhern and in Salivos. I mean, with a big Dexter. And there was another person he stabbed as well. But so I stayed up. I was working the night shift, and the next day I had to work the day shift. Terry, we used to rotate shifts, and Billy McCabe came in with a couple of other guys, and they're sitting at the bar, and Billy's going, well, Ernie taught Bruce a lesson. He won't mess with Bruce anymore. He won't mess with Ernie anymore. And I heard that a couple of times, and then foolishly, I didn't handle it properly. I called him out, and I said, "Listen, that's your last beer. You get out of here. I'm not going to serve you anymore." So he said, "I'm going to finish this beer, and I'm going to have another one." So I said, "No, you're not." And so, of course, he comes around the bar, and he's going to tap out his own beer. So I grabbed him, and we started grappling. Somehow I knocked him to the floor, and now I got him by his shirt collar. I'm dragging him across to the floor, and I had a doorknob on the door at the time, and I reached up to trying to open the door to throw him out, and he starts kicking me. So I start punching him, and then the last two knuckles on my hand disappeared. Boom, I broke them, and now I'm holding them by the shirt collar, and he says to me, "Give me one more beer and I'll go." I said, "Okay, all right, you can have another beer." So he comes up, he has another beer, and he leaves, and now I got to go to the hospital and have my hand straightened out. And so there was Dr. Spinzia. He was a bone doctor. He was up in the Southampton Hospital for 30 years or whatever. And I once again, this is the first time I was hospitalized because of fighting, and I didn't know how to handle it for insurance purposes or the police or whatever. I didn't want to tell anybody. So Dr. Spinzia says to me, how'd you break your hand? So I said, I was holding up a piece of sheetrock, and I was nailing it, and I hit my hand. So he goes, "Oh, God, that must have hurt." I said, "Yeah, it did." He goes, "I've seen that breakage hundreds of times, and it's always from people fighting. It was the first time someone ever did it to themselves." So I just smiled and said nothing.
Jeez. Yeah, there were a lot. So Terry bartended. That
Yes.
must have been tough.
Yeah.
She must have been tough.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have to be being a woman, number one, and that's where all the tough guys come in, because they can always pick on a woman.
Wow.
Mm.
How did you and Terry meet?
We at Fordham.
At Fordham?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. And when did you get married? What year?
I guess it was 73.
Oh, the
Yeah.
same year. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I upset the apple cart.
So so you really, the two of you really ran it originally.
Yeah.
Wow. So all right, then I want to talk about there's still like fishermen and stuff like that, and lots of locals and everything who go to the bar, but there's not as many of this, I don't think, right? Like the fishermen types down at the dock.
Well, as you know, things have changed. Fishermen, fishing isn't what it used to be.
No.
Especially the town dock there. We had all the commercial guys. We just lost Dave Cruiser, John Nolan. It's
because there were some real characters.
Oh, big time.
You'd see like a lot of those guys like walking, not those guys, but the dog character.
Yeah.
It would just be like,
Yeah,
I
all the Uline guys, the Hunchback, and Chester Shore, Seashore,
oh, Joey Flapjaws.
Joey's
Even.
Flapjaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Hans Finney. Hans Finney, he froze to death outside the Sail Inn.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in a snowstorm, he was so drunk, fell over and froze.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, yeah, it's things have changed a bit.
So what? So but this it's still like the dog's pretty cool in the sense that it does have like a mix of people.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We have half and half. You know,
Seems that way.
half locals, the other half are second homeowners and tourists. You know.
And what about the rules and the no cell phones and that? Like,
Oh.
how did that all evolve?
All those rules have evolved by circumstance. You learn as you go, you know. Yeah, we were one of the first people to insist that you didn't use the cell phone in the bar. Now, a lot of people, well, number one, they say I hate kids, which is a lie. I love kids. I hate the parents. I mean, I think it's extremely rude if you're going to bring your children somewhere and let them run around or scream and yell. It's not fair to other people. And the same when the people say, oh, if you use a cell phone in there, he's going to scream at you on the bullhorn. That's not true. We will always be very polite and walk up to somebody and say, I'm sorry, we have a no cell phone policy. That should be self-explanatory. But a lot of times you get important people and they'll just wave you off and they'll stay on the cell phone. That's when you get the bullhorn.
Does Chris do that now that
Sure.
he's there?
Yeah.
I haven't seen. Okay.
Yeah. No, but people know now, and that they used to like on the jitney that you can't use it yourself. You know, there's a lot of places that will, no cell phones, please. You know, it's become.
Yeah, a lot of like cashiers, like when you go up to the counter and
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
What are some of the other rules? So there's no screaming children, no cell. I mean, some of them
Nope.
are in jest, right?
No. No strollers. I
No
mean, people will come in with a double stroller, and they'll be pushing a big double stroller, and it's a small spot. If you have any common sense, you can look around and, no, this is not going to fit. It's not going to work, you know?
Right.
No whining. That's sort of a joke. But who wants to hear someone complain? Nobody wants to hear. Yeah.
That's funny. So, and what about the staff? The same. You've had some people there for a very long time. Right?
Hopefully.
Like T's still
Hopefully.
there, right?
Yeah.
She's been there a long
No,
time.
the best thing you can do is have return staff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it works from an owner's standpoint. It's the best thing you can have. People that know what to do. You don't have to. Oh, you can't do that. You know, you got to do it this way.
The
you
rules,
know.
and
Yeah.
you don't have to train.
Yeah. And if they're good, you want to kiss them and love them.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What would and then so you had the publication, the Truth. Is that still going?
No, I haven't written that in a while. That's
what was the deal with that?
Oh, it was all jokes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And actually, I like to think that everybody liked it. You know, you're making fun of people in a sense, but you know, everybody gets their turn in the barrel, so to speak. And no one ever sued me.
Did it have a long run? I don't.
I did it for a couple of years. Yeah.
So basically, I mean, I've read some of them, but not always. But it was like it would kind of just like skewer like the regulars, and
Right?
stuff.
Yeah,
like,
make
kind
fun.
of like inside jokes.
Yeah, but in a nice way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've had people come up to me and say, you know who's sleeping with so and so's wife? You got to put that in the paper. I'm going, what are you kidding me? You know.
So what's the deal with Chris now? He's he's totally running it now, or both of you are, or you're transitioning,
Both of
or
us. I mean, it's. I used to be able to do it, but that was 50, 40, 30 years ago. Now it's a two-man job. I'm down. I'm still working down there. I'm down there 7 days a week. I do 60 hours a week.
that's a lot.
It has to be done. Somebody has to do all the ordering. There's no room down there. We've outgrown the size of the place. So everything has to be nice and neat and put in smaller boxes, and you have to know where everything is. And then I take all the orders in, and then they got to clean up. I do the windows, polish the brass, blah blah blah. All the housekeeping that has to be done every day, and then Chris, I'm down there till like 4:30 every day, and Chris comes along. He does the heavy lifting. He deals with the people. It works out good.
Did you get tired of dealing with the people?
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, I don't get me wrong. It's just it requires a lot of perseverance to, have the people come in and complain about the same thing all the time. It's
No doubt.
yeah.
Yeah. So how long has Chris been involved with the?
Oh God, I'm going to be wrong about it, but he's been down there 20 years, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Terry, is Terry involved
No.
anymore?
Yeah, she does the books,
Oh,
but
okay.
not. She doesn't come down to the bar.
Okay.
But she told me when Chris started working down there, she said, "Make sure you don't get him to like it down there." And I know what she means, because I would never ever recommend anybody going into the restaurant business. I mean, I love it, and it's been very good to me, but it's not for everybody. That's why 8 out of 10 bars fail, because people's expectations of it is not reality.
Elaborate on that if you don't mind.
Like I said, 8 out of 10 restaurants fail within 3 years.
Do they not realize how much work it is? Is that it?
Yeah, it's terrible. People come up to me and say, "Oh, I love to cook. I'd like to work in a restaurant." Yeah, but do you want to work in a restaurant for 12 hours a day cooking? No, nobody does. And then, oh yeah, it looks like fun. You can have drinks with your friends. Yeah, you can't drink.
Yeah.
It's work. It's hard work.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody. It doesn't make you a good person or a bad person, but it's not for everybody.
Yeah. There's the bar atmosphere too,
Yeah.
It's not probably the most wholesome thing, And so you don't particularly miss working at night socially?
No.
Okay.
No, and it's nice to be able to walk out of there and not worry about it, because I know Chris has a handle on it, a perfect handle. It's funny because Chris's wife Riley just got the job up at the school as the school nurse. Prior to that, she had been working at Southampton Hospital as a nurse, and so every once in a while Chris would have to take off, and I'd have to fill in doing his shift, the night shift, and people would come along and go, "Oh, I thought Chris was working."
Oh, with you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty funny. It must be nice to kind of work with your son.
Oh, most
too,
definitely. Yeah. All the kids work down there, but it wasn't for everybody,
So now tell me what you have for kids. You have Chris and who else?
Nick, James. Nick and James were adopted, and then there's Alex and Chris.
Okay. And besides Chris, is anybody else in Montauk or no?
No.
Okay. Where do the other 3 live?
My son Alex works for the State Department. He's down in Tijuana.
Oh, wow.
James runs the county park up in Riverhead. Nick is out in Las Vegas. He works for Tesla. And Who am I missing? And Chris. No,
Chris,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay. And how many grandchildren do you have?
Oh God, I got to count them up. We got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. You have great grandkids.
Oh yeah, they are. They are.
No, I mean you do not have great grandkids. You just
Oh
have
no, 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 no.
grandkids.
Great ones, not great
That's funny
grandkids.
though. That's funny. All right. So I asked you about Terry. Okay. So you get to spend, I guess, a lot of time with Chris's family anyway.
Oh, that's so great. Just being I I try and make sure that I'm not a pain in the ass, going over to see them too much. But it couldn't be better being able to see them on a frequent basis.
I asked you about, okay. What'd you major in at Fordham?
Well, I got kicked out of the School of Education, and then I got drinking mainly, and then I got kicked out of the School of Business, and
for the same thing.
the same. Yeah, I was still drinking, and then I went in the Marine Corps and I got my ass kicked, and I realized I went back to night school and finished at night school.
And what did you major in at night school?
History.
Oh, okay.
I was going to be a teacher, supposedly.
Oh, wow.
I never taught a day in my life.
Okay. And what about Terry? So, because she was,
She was a
involved with
school
the
teacher.
She was.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did she teach a subject? Was she like upper level?
She bounced around, Catholic school.
Did she teach at the Montauk school? Or
No.
But
Brooklyn.
was that probably why she was interested in being on the board of ed there?
Yeah, well, she was always interested in education. Yeah.
What do you like? What do you like to do for hobbies? Or are you still riding your bike?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I go out. I can't
very
run
good.
anymore. I had a knee replacement, and so I mean, I just at this point when the bar occupies most of my waking
60
hours.
hours, yeah.
Yeah, and so right now just sort of take it easy and try to enjoy things.
So when you go down to St. John, what do you do down there?
Uh,
Or what when you were spending more time there?
I was drinking back then.
Oh, did you stop drinking?
Yeah. That's a real happy hours. A big part of life down there.
I get that impression kind of from Sally with Ron and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it. I certainly enjoyed it, but you get a little older and you can't drink the way you used to.
Yeah. And you have Chris and the family here, and I guess they're here pretty much year round now. So that's nice.
Yeah. So we spend more time with we have a family reunion coming up. We're gonna all go out to San Diego and get everybody together.
Oh, that's which part of the family?
Everybody, all our immediate family.
Great. That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
What else? And so, what do you want to say? Anything about like changes to Montauk over your time here? It's just been what? How long? Like.
Well, I started coming out here when I was like probably 6 years old, in 1950. Camping. And I mean, it was a lot more rural. It was funny growing up on Staten Island. Everybody in Staten Island went down to the Jersey Shore for vacation. Mm-hmm. People didn't even know Montauk. Where's Montauk? The crowd, of course, has changed. It used to be, solid blue collar.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it's upscale, Range Rovers and Lexuses.
Even at the docks.
Yeah. No, but it's still, I don't know where else I would rather live. I mean, I still totally enjoy living out here, especially off season. It reminds me of the old times. You can still you get the town back.
Yeah. What do you like? The community, the
I mean, it couldn't everything. clean air, you know,
Yeah.
the people. You kind of feel like the mayor of town sometimes, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody knows you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It
nice. Yeah.
is nice. It's great.
Yeah. Um, Anything that you're particularly proud of from?
My kids.
Oh, well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah,
Yeah. Were you strict when they were growing up or not strict?
definitely.
You were?
Sure.
Well, I'm thinking Marine Corps and all that and
Yeah, no, no.
firefighting and
I was one of 9 kids, so I mean, you know, it was strict. I'm not saying I was a good kid because I wasn't.
no, it doesn't sound like
No,
it.
no. But you know, there were rules, and you had to follow them.
Uh-huh.
You know, I went to Catholic school, you know, with the nuns and stuff. You know, and then the brothers in high school, and I guess that's what made me what I am.
So you were fairly strict as a parent.
Mm.
Hmm.
Not crazy. I mean, I was I was a wild kid. You know, I mean,
Right, so you know, yeah.
yeah. So you know, within limits.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice that you're proud of your kids, though. Um, and what, I don't know, it's gonna sound corny, but like, you know, happiest moments or something that you can think of, things that, or even currently, like what makes you happy.
Uh, well, of course, like the birth of the kids, you know, and just having a good day at work and watching people enjoy themselves. That, you know, and when you know the place is clicking on all cylinders, it couldn't be better. You know, you couldn't ask for anything else.
I kind of remember that sometimes from restaurants when things were going well, there's sort of like a groove or like a
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
momentum or
Yeah.
something.
It's
Is
just
that what you mean?
yes. Yeah. Everyone's doing their job and everyone's having a good time. You know, everything's clicking.
Yeah, that sounds really good. It's really
Yeah.
satisfying and
It is
energizing.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. And what are you looking forward to now? The reunion, maybe one thing?
Yeah. Sure. And maybe living a little longer.
How old are you?
81.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a heart attack a year ago. I died. I flatlined.
No, really?
Yeah, yeah. It was fun.
Where were you?
I was down at the bar, and you know, just doing what you know, work, whatever. And now I'm leaving, and I got down to Gosman's and made the turn.
You
And
were driving, right?
driving, yeah. And all of a sudden, I felt lightheaded. No pains or anything like that. And then I better, you know, I'm gonna make it home. And the next thing I know, I'm sitting in the car, and the EMTs are in the car, and they ask me, how many quarters are in a dollar? You know, what the hell's going on? I had made it up to the top of the hill, but fortunately,
Flamingo?
yeah,
Okay.
fortunately, what's her name from Liars? I'm drawing a blank on her name. She saw the car swerving, and she knew my car. And when I went off to the road, and she got on the horn and called 911. And I mean, I could still be sitting up there if she didn't see me and call, and people would have thought, oh, he's on the cell phone, you know.
So what they did what's it called?
Yeah,
What's that?
they they told me, well, you got to go to the hospital. And I said, I'm not going to the hospital. I want to go home. And then the guy goes, you got to go. You got to go. And so I was conscious the whole way going up to Southampton, you know, talking to the people in the ambulance. And I knew where I was, looking out the window. And the last thing I remember was beep, 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 the ambulance backing up. And then the doors open, and I saw a doctor standing there. And that was it. I died. I flatlined.
Right as you were getting to the hospital.
Right when I got there. But fortunately, they were waiting for me because they had called in, and they almost gave up on me. But they were paddling me and you know, pumping me, and one nurse just kept working on me. And
Oh my God.
yeah, I came back at the last minute.
And and when you came back, were you like lucid?
No brain damage. No, to be
weird.
honest with you, no, I don't remember coming back. When I came to, the first thing I realized I was in, they had put a stent in, and I was up in a hospital room, you know. But like I said, I had gone. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So that's why what you think about time being very
yeah,
valuable.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I don't blame you. That's really scary. You used to have like didn't you used to have like a rivalry with Jimmy Hewitt with like pranks and stuff like
Sure,
that during
sure.
what was that, like the 80s or something?
Yeah, you
What
name it, we did it.
I'm trying to think of can you remember examples?
One I remember right off the top of my head, he brought a number of drunks down naked and had them run through the bar.
You took him from Shagwon down
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
dock, like streaked through.
Yeah, yeah, streak through the bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very nice. And then what did you do in
Oh,
retaliation?
I used to put signs up and all sorts of crazy things.
Funny. Um, I don't know. Is there anything else that you want to add or clarify or anything that we haven't covered?
Uh, no,
Right?
just that I'm very happy to be here and I love Montauk.
Okay. All right. You sure? That's it?
uh, Off the top of my head, I'll think of things when I
Of course.
get home. But
Naturally. You could always get in touch with me and we can, add them or something. All right. I'm going to say this is the end of the interview with George Watson. The interviewer was Virginia Garrison. This recording can be found in the archive collection of the Montauk Library.